All right, parents, welcome back for episode 2 of, I realize I never thought of giving this actually a title. So I guess episode 2 of Mr. Ward's Canvas Navigation. One thing that I forgot to point out in my last video that I had made when I went to student view, these buttons over here, these are common buttons all the time for kids to quickly navigate around. So Google Drive, this will open up a window to their actual Google Drive account and find documents. Modules, I'll talk about this later, but I'm not quite using them in the sense that I typically will just because of the hybrid model. Pair Deck, this is a button that will link them to a website called Pair Deck where when I give a presentation in class, it will automatically pair my presentation to their device. So anywhere in the classroom, they can easily see what's going on and keep track of that information. And then this one down here, syllabus, it will take to the class syllabus that I was actually updating quite a bit over the summer. I can show that one in a later video as well. So for today, in this video, again, it was supposed to be about the review page. So the image or the hyperlink phrase will take them to this page. And essentially what this is, every review of the entire school year are found here. So whenever we have a CFA coming up, such as Unit 2, Colonization, we have a CFA on September 31st for Cohort A, and Cohort B will take it on September 1st. They can all start reviewing for that right now. So you see 4 buttons here, quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll focus on quarter 1, but you'll get the idea that every 9 weeks, they're all located on these pages. So for quarter 1, I got these set up in a tab feature. So the first one here, Geography. I'm going to take a brief quiz about this, and it's going to go into the 10% category, so I wasn't too worried about the students actually seeing this just yet. But I do plan on showing them this page in class sometime before the CFA. And there's essentially 2 things for each tab. The main one you see down here is an embedded Quizlet for them. It's defaulted to the excuse me, it is defaulted to flashcards. So on one side you have the term or the definition. Clicking on it will automatically flip it over. Down here, they can change the mode to spell, flashcard, test, learn, and matching. Matching is a game a lot of kids like to play to see how fast they are. Test is always kind of scary. I got to tell kids ahead of time that does not mean this is the test you're going to take. Essentially, Quizlet will generate a test based off of the information it was given. And the way you set it up is you give it a term and then its definition. So it'll randomly generate its own test about that. So that's essentially, real quickly, Quizlet. And then up here, this button is quizzes. And I'm afraid if I click on this, it's going to go to a separate tab, so you will not see it. But essentially what will happen, here we go. Good. They'll automatically be able to play the game itself with the questions. They should be familiar with this because for several years now, this is what teachers have been using. I know there's a few other features out there. There's Kahoot that I used to do a lot when I was teaching 6th grade years ago. And also there is a new one called GimKit that I've heard about for the last couple of years. That's actually made by I believe he's still a high school student, or he was very recently a high school student, made a better idea of a game similar to quizzes. I have not gotten into that to make any for it just yet. So there's 2 for every topic of the school year. So I'll come back. It's going to load up. So you will see Unit 1, 2, and 3. These are the 3 topics we cover in the first 9 weeks. Unit 2 and Unit 3 is essentially 2 chapters combined. So you'll see Chapter 3 and 4 quizzes and a Chapter 3 and 4 Quizlet below. And the same setup for Unit 3. And then when we get closer to the benchmark, this hasn't been updated yet because we were doing that by quarter 3 last school year. This will say first quarter benchmark review game. I'll link this when we get into those days leading up to that review. But until then, this will essentially be turned off. And then finally, on this page, you see a hyperlink to Ms. Hord's Social Stats. So this is my actual Quizlet page. Students can then choose themselves also to enroll or join my class. The main reason for doing that would be two. One, if I ever add a new one, they'll get a notification. And then two, doing the matching that some kids like to do, seeing how fast they are, it will track how well they do compared to other students in that class. So this would be like over the last few years. So that's essentially the review page. If they come down, they have an option to click home or to the course overview, which I will cover that in my next video. I'm going to come back to the home page. So again, next video, I'll take you into course content. This is the home of everything that we will be doing during our school days and most importantly, the virtual learning days when they're at home as well. So thanks again, and I'll see you in our next video.